Okay, have you watched Love is Blind?
Obviously, Natalie.
What episode are you up to?
All of them.
Okay, you
weren't watching.
No, you told me yesterday you wanted to talk about this.
Yes.
I had never seen a frame of it. So I slammed as many as I could in the middle of the night.
That's my girl.
Yeah. And so I made it to I think episode 6 or something. It is the best dating show on television. And I'm a big Bachelor fan. And I never thought that I would be more riveted by something. And I just started on this season to get current. But if there are other seasons that you have to watch between seasons 1 and 6.
I think the community is going to agree with me that you watch all of them.
I'm always a season 1 starter,
S1E1 all day long.
But sometimes you go back too far if the show's been on a long time and it's literally still set in the frame for televisions that were square. So I'd like to not go back that far, but I feel like the show's not that old. But
no, it's not.
Okay. Sometimes shows find their groove later in life.
This one, Stella she didn't even have to get her groove back. Stella had her groove from S1E1.
Okay, great. That show blows me away.
But I am actually curious as to what seasons are people's favorites, because when I started watching, what's this? And I can't believe you've never watched it, because this is actually, to me, it's better than Love is Blind. What's the one in the summer? And it started in the UK where everyone's got crack on and I got a text. Oh, Love Island.
Oh, Love Island. Yeah.
Love Island. Don't look at me like that. What could she possibly be talking about?
No,
Only
because
the best show ever made.
I was looking at you that way because you watch it all the time. That'd be the last title show that I thought you would forget. So that's why I thought, I'm sure it's something I just never heard of before. But no, you literally forgot Love Island's name. Interesting.
It's so good. I met Hannah and Marco in
These
season.
names mean nothing to me.
Oh, they're going to mean a lot to you when you start watching it. I met them at a party one night, and I have met actual famous people, but to me, Hannah and Marco, it may as well have been Meryl fucking Streep. I ran up to them like I was seeing the Beatles. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm like, you guys, you're really in love. I knew it. I could tell. I'm so excited for you. They asked if I wanted a picture. I was like, no, I don't want a picture. I actually really did want a picture, and I should have gotten it. My friend Kelly got a picture. Maybe we could get hers and pop it up on the screen.
That's what happens when you're too cool.
Exactly. And I'm not. I'm such a loser. But anyway, just wait till you start watching that, and I will tell you which season to start those guys on. But at any rate.
Yeah, I have tried to get into Love Island several times. I think it might just be the fact that they're all in bathing suits 24 hours a day.
That's the best part.
Well, it's it just feels very they don't even look comfortable. I'm uncomfortable watching some of them. You shouldn't be in a bikini for 9 hours straight. You're supposed to be in several bathing suits, and they should bring more bathing suits. They should have more outfit changes.
I'm a one suit person. I grew up in the same suit all goddamn day during the summer.
She was poor.
Oh, no, my parents owned a clothing store.
Kidding.
No.
I know you weren't poor.
No, I didn't mean that like that. I don't care. Rich, poor. I just stayed in the same one all day. That's superfluous information. And I just made you watch Love is Blind. Tell me.
I just have never been so riveted by conversations going on. I do think that physical attraction is there is nothing, you can't get around it. If you're not physically attracted to someone, then they're your friend.
Correct.
So I am now wanting a show that combines the two where and you know what, this show, I don't fucking know. I'm only on episode 5. I don't know how this show works. So I don't know what I'm in for. They just got to the point where they've all proposed to each other. So now they're engaged, and now they're all living in not the real world, because they're in fucking Cabo San Lucas, but here they are. So I don't know what happens.
You just got to Cabo.
Yeah. I just got to Cabo. And I'll also talk, just to hit on some of the people that I've been that really kept me on the edge of my seat.
Wait, I have to look up the cast because I can never keep all
I
the names
don't know any
straight.
of their names.
Oh,
I couldn't tell you one
For
single
a second, I thought you were just...
I only know Leo's name because I'm a Leo.
Oh my God. He is a real problematic pepper, that one.
Oh my God. My mom has sent how many texts? Oh my gosh, so far I'm loving this show. I didn't know it was a reality show. Season 1. Oh wow, this guy's dated both genders. Getting interesting. I like the crying scientist.
Oh my God, I love the crying scientist. Tell Gina I'm with her.
Okay, I guess I didn't tell her, Mom. I started at season 7.
Oh yeah,
She's a season 1 starter. Now we know who she is. Maybe
The apple
this should,
doesn't fall far from the tree because you said usually you're S1E1.
no, I am too, but like I'm, couldn't do that for this because I had to just like get prepared for this conversation. Maybe this should be the way everyone should meet. You know how you've said my pickers broke? Wish we were watching this at the same time, or at least you and Courtney were. Oh my gosh, this guy is proposing. These are all separate texts, every sentence. I've got about 17 texts. I would not trust this after 5 days. Okay, sorry, love you.
Aww. Season 7 cast, meet the singles. Oh, it's in DC this year.
That's where they've been this whole time, in the pods?
Or I don't know if the pods are in one place and they just bring all the different characters into the pods. Like say the pods are like the studio is in Atlanta. And so everyone just lives there for 2 weeks and then they go to Cabo and then they all go back to DC to live their life. Like I don't think they make the pods in each city because the one before this was Dallas and blah, blah, blah.
Wait, they're in towns? Like everybody is from that town, like or from that area?
Well, no, but like,
because you know how in The Bachelor, they're from fucking Idaho or Florida.
Yeah.
And so then there is a thing of like, where are we going to move to, Idaho or Florida?
the couples that like once they're back from Mexico, they all move in together.
But like after the show's done, on The Bachelor, people have to decide where they're all going to live. So are you saying that like if they're in DC, that like the people that are on the show are like from the surrounding area of DC?
I think I can't remember exactly, but I feel like the majority of them are.
Yeah.
Because when they go
easier.
back to when they go to this neutral shared apartment, they're like, oh, hey, I'm going to my job. They all go to their job. So their job has to be in the DC area, the Dallas area, all the places they've done it.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so interesting about Love is Blind to me? Because when I'm watching The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, I'm still picking up on like, oh, I think that's a red flag, or I think this person isn't here for the right reasons, any of that nonsense. But for some reason, when I'm watching these people in the pods talk to each other, I can so easily sum up, oh, that's why you're going to break up. Like you think this is adorable now, that is going to annoy the ever-loving shit out of you as soon as you're under the same roof. Okay, Taylor and Garrett, they're the two like nerd meet nerd couple that I'm obsessed with, like the physicist and the biologist or whatever. And she was the one who didn't want to talk about her ethnicity.
She has clearly like sat down and thought about like, these are my rules. And I'm just like, I'm not veering. And like that kind of self-control is like, I could never have it. So
Same.
it's like, when I say robotic, I mean it in a good way.
Yeah.
It's like you've literally programmed like, nope, this is what's happening. And like nothing gets in the way of that. And that is so impressive to me.
And do you like them as a couple?
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, I really like them.
Okay, wait,
I really like most of these couples. There's a couple couples that I'm like, oh God.
Make it stop.
Yeah.
At the end of this chunk of episodes that you're about to finish tonight, hopefully, just because it's so good, they give you the sneak preview for the next chunk of episodes.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you something that I don't know what it means, but I saw it and I can't unsee it and I would like to talk about it?
Yes, but I also just want to say that sending the Ukrainian home was the biggest mistake anyone ever made.
Wait, who was the Ukrainian?
Bowden, the best guy on the whole show.
I don't remember Bowden.
This fucking guy. You know who Bowden is?
It went dark.
You're not allowed to know who Bowden is if you don't know. Woo! He always does that after he leaves the room.
Yeah, he means nothing to me. Literally can't even remember him.
Thank you for your service, Bowden. She didn't mean that.
No, I do. I'm sure you're amazing. He wasn't for me.
The girl that ends up choosing the guy that has the braids that come down the side of his head.
Yeah, I really love their connection. You
didn't like her with this guy? She basically had two full on, like I was shocked when she didn't pick this guy because I just didn't think that the other guy, it wasn't that I liked Bowden better. I did, but it wasn't even the reason that I have the issue. The issue is that the show really led me to believe that like she was going to choose him.
No, I thought she was going to pick him, and then something happened
now you
with
know
the
Bowden.
Well, yeah, now I'm remembering Bowden. Okay, I'm not listen. I'm a fair weather Bowden. Okay,
you don't like Ukrainians. I get it.
No, oh my God, I love all people. Okay, including Ukrainians. the guy with the dongle coming, the long like.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to say that because he's so lovely, but
No,
like,
he's so cute, but I think his hair.
Guy over Bowden.
But she didn't know he had the hair poop. It just is
Do
like
they
a
ever
dongle.
come back? Do you ever get the chance to say on this show like, oh, so there is a shot that like,
oh no,
okay.
they have like a whole meeting where everybody, it's like, oh, we're doing a barbecue or we're having drinks at some pub and everybody from the pods comes back. It's everyone's pod squad. And that's when you meet the people that you never have even seen before, but you thought you were in love with.
Oh God.
It's so good. It's so good.
You never told me about this show. You never did. You telling me about Selling Sunset? You've never mentioned Love is Blind?
Okay. This sounds a little hostile.
Or gatekeeping,
First
or
of all-
whatever that word is that the people always say.
First of all, I didn't know anyone had to be told about it. My mom did. My mom
Clearly,
called
my
me.
mom did too, and we know what she's doing for the next fucking 7 months.
By the way, my mom's like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? I'm like, oh, just watching some Love is Blind. She's like, what's that? And I told her about it. She's like, oh, that's not for me. So at least your mom will watch it and you can bond. My mom.
She's already in.
Yeah, exactly. I wish Susie Cakes would get in. Point being is I didn't realize I needed to tell you, a young human, you're not a senior citizen yet, what all the other people in the world are doing. It's a sensation that swept the nation. And you didn't know?
Went right over my neck of the woods.
Okay, well, I'll do better. I'll do better.
Thank you.
Okay. So do you want me to tell you what happens though with what are their names? Taylor and Garrett.
Which ones? Oh, yeah. They're my biggest concern.
Really?
Wait, Taylor and Garrett. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they're the scientists and she's the really gorgeous chick with like the freckles.
Just show me the fucking photo.
They're the first one that got engaged.
Yeah. Like he's definitely, that was actually perfect. He is like resident Geek Squad.
Every time like they would write a love letter, they're like, you take my breath away. Shout out to Heisenberg. There's a moment where Taylor, she's crying, so upset. And she looks at him and she's like, I don't know why you did this. You ruined everything. So he did something and now he's ruined everything and they're going to have to break up. That's the, to be continued next chunk of episodes. We see this. Like, what the fuck, Garrett?
Listen, he could have done something horrible, obviously.
Well, he did, according to Taylor.
But like I said, she's a fucking tough crowd. Like he might have done something that like we might be like,
oh, it was a nothing burger and she really freaked out.
Because she seems very like, here's how it shall go.
Okay.
Here's how I will do things.
And
here what my boundaries are, here are my standards. And so I'm just saying like I'm like curious now to see like, was it that big of a deal?
Okay. I'll give you that. The next couple up, who I really love, and I hope you love them too, Ashley and Tyler. They are that couple.
Yes. Are they the couple that like both of them have like real strong faith?
Yes.
I like, listen, I'm not saying that everybody has to have that, but there is something so bonding about faith. And like, I just, like when he said to her, like, I can't wait to pray with you, like that could come out, like, it depends on who says it. Cause somebody else could say that I'm like, whatever, you're an asshole, like I've seen you, but he's
Amen.
but he's not giving me any reason to think that yet. It seems very genuine. And for them, like to have found each other and that in each other, like that is a real blessing. That is a real, like, especially now, like nobody's going to church. Nobody's getting involved in organized religion. And I don't blame them. I'm just saying, if you are still this age and it is that important to you, and the person that you find also shares that same thing, I think that is, again, just like such luck.
I'm going to play devil's advocate
Buena
here.
suerte. Que suerte. What luck. That's like the one thing I took from Spanish in high school.
That's amazing. I'm going to play devil's advocate here, okay?
Okay.
Because yes, I do think it's lovely when you can come together on any common ground, okay? But have you ever noticed, whether you make a new friend, it's someone you're dating, whatever, where you come together on one thing and then you're a one-trick pony?
Do they seem one-trick pony though? Like
I don't know. It's too soon in. I think they seem great. It's actually making me nervous how solid they seem.
Yeah.
Because I'm just waiting for something to happen. I just worry that are we hitting all the keys on the keyboard?
Yeah.
Or is it we're hanging our hat every day on this one thing that we're coming together on, and everything's going to be amazing, because everything's not going to be amazing every day. So we need to have, layers. That's what I'm saying. But besides that, I do really like them.
Okay. So again, as someone who's never watched the show,
Yeah.
in general, like over the seasons, like what is like the normal like percentage of people that like, no, they found each other, they were a match, they got married, all is well.
Like how many people say I do at the end
like
of this?
I know that we don't know like out of all, but like just like in
no,
generally
it's probably
speaking,
about 2 couples by the end of it.
but only 2 couples end up actually getting married.
If
Wow.
that. Some it's just 1, but some it's 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. This couple to me has capital disaster written all over them. Hannah and Nick.
Oh my God. Yeah.
They hate each other. She already has the ick.
I didn't know that was happening, but I knew like, well, here's what's funny to me. I have been, and this is probably just like from being a girl and just deciding that all guys are just like want like a fucking supermodel and whatever. Like I have been mortified for her this whole time. She was like juggling the one guy with the really beautiful girl. Like, and not that fucking Hannah's not beautiful, but she just said like she struggles with weight. She's 45 pounds lost over the last however long. Like if you lost 45 pounds, like you might be someone who's always struggling. Like if that might just be a thing in your life. That's a thing in many fucking Americans' life. Like,
totally.
This is very normal. But both of them seem very interested in figures and what they think that they're like between the two of them. Like they're different guys, but they still they've got some similarities about them in that arena. And I had been so worried that like he might not treat her well because he had thought she was going to be a fucking stick figure, whatever. It seems the opposite has happened.
Yes, it's actually, that's what I was going to say. I think it's so funny that all of these girls, now that they're meeting Nick, they're like, oh, that's weird. Because he really had portrayed himself
exactly
in the pods as this like big, not 6'5", blue eyes finance guy bullshit, but just like tall, strapping, alpha male, that kind of thing. And for whatever, in the beginning, I'm a little checked out in the sense of like, I'm doing something and I'm watching it. But as it boils down to like more quote unquote serious couples, that's when I'm keyed in more. So I missed him saying all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I've now heard a handful of girls all say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they are so ill-suited for each other.
No, they
it's
totally
a
are.
joke.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's them.
Okay, move on to then the other, like the guy that she was juggling, Leo and Brittany.
Hot Mess Express.
Okay, yeah.
Poor Brittany.
She's totally, so I have not heard her say, I don't like this guy in those words, but I've seen her face. She's really the only one that they stayed on. Like everyone gets together and then like we cut to the next scene after they all propose, whatever.
Yeah.
She was the first person that the camera stayed on. And I just saw her like.
She literally goes, this is the most awkward moment of my entire life. And he's like, she's so hot.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
You guys aren't even on different pages. You're in different libraries. Like, this is the most nuts thing I've ever experienced. When I was watching him propose to Hannah and go balls
the other guy,
deep.
Not Leo, the other guy.
No, Leo proposed to Hannah.
Leo proposed to Hannah before?
Yeah,
he said, if I proposed to you, what would you say, right? Or did I miss?
No, he was like, well, he didn't get down on one knee, but basically he was like,
I'm just making sure I
you're
didn't
the
like
one I
miss
want.
something.
I love you more than anything. You make me a better guy.
Yeah.
I know you don't like me for your money, which literally like every sentence he started was like, hi, I'm Leo. I'm from Family Money.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want people to know this about you, maybe don't lead the conversation with, hi, I'm Leo. I'm incredibly rich. Hi, I'm Leo. This is my Rolex. Hi, I'm Leo. I don't want people to like me for my money because I've got a lot of money. Like,
yeah, hi, I'm Leo. I'd love a prenup.
Right. Like it's giving moneyed. Okay.
Yeah.
And if that's not what you want people
he
to know
might
about
be
you.
the most insecure man on this entire
Season.
venture. Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
So he's going so hard for Hannah. I love you. I've never loved anyone like this. I know you're my person. I know we could have the happiest life.
Hannah. Oh my God.
Yes. And she's sobbing on the other, like, bro, get the net. Get a fucking clue that Hannah's not into you. She's just not that into you, bro.
Or she, like, maybe she would be if you haven't been so fucking transparent about who you are.
He was fucking dick riding her so hard. And then she was just like, listen, I can't do this. And he's like, that's exactly why Brittany's my number one.
And that's what I was saying this whole time.
And I'm so glad that we could agree.
Yeah, because this was a mutual breakup.
Right?
And she's like, okay, bro. I think she literally said like, cool, bro.
Yeah. And he went on and on for God knows how long, because that's edited, and literally just kept saying, and I would really appreciate it if you could just convey this to Brittany, because she is my number one. And you know that, right? Because this conversation is actually what's made me even more confident that this is the woman I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Yeah. Like, that is I got whiplash from that conversation.
It was like everyone was watching this going, this is the most transparent thing I've ever seen. Like, you are going to watch this when you get home and just be mortified of yourself. If you even have it in you to be mortified of yourself, which maybe you don't, actually.
Right. Yeah. That's maybe how the Leo cake got baked.
Yeah.
Mortified isn't a part of his recipe, his DNA makeup. Oh, poor Brittany. Brittany was told by Hannah what went down. She went in there every time with Leo to be like, I am not doing it. I'm breaking up with you. I don't like you. And as soon as Leo's like, you want a big oval shaped ring, right? She's like, I do.
Yeah.
Literally, I do want that ring, and I will marry you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, girl, get, as they say in, what's that movie? Eat, Pray, Love. You're wearing your wishbone where your backbone ought to be. Like, fucking get it together. He literally just completely poured his heart, his air quotes heart, out on the table to Hannah. You know this happened. And he says 3 kind of nice sentences, and you're like, okay, I will marry you. And then she meets him and he has the ick off the bat, says this is the most awkward moment of my life.
I think she says, what did I just do?
Oops, wrong button.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what you should be thinking, feeling, or saying. But they still, and then because this is the thing with sweet little Brittany. Brittany does want the cash and prizes.
Yeah.
And so when he looked at her and he's like, even if we don't go to Mexico, we'll take a trip to Miami. And she's like, really?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not so bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, Brittany, it's the same person. He just has a good credit limit. Like,
when she says, I'm just going to wait to say I love you. And like, I just really want to mean it. And I'm like, wait, you're engaged.
Yeah.
He already asked you to marry him twice. You just took the ring 15 minutes ago.
Yep.
And you're going to wait to figure out if you love him before you tell him that
obviously,
you
Natalie,
love him?
she doesn't want to rush things.
Well, right. And you got to get the ring. You know what, Brittany? She's smarter than all of us, actually.
No, you don't
We're hung up on, this is why we're broke. We're hung up on all the wrong shit.
By the way, I bet you Brittany's bank account and our bank accounts probably all look the same, and you don't get to keep the ring.
You don't?
No. Do you know on Bachelor, Bachelorette, all of them, if you break up under 2 years of being together, you have to give the ring back.
Oh,
Doesn't matter
okay.
if you're married, engaged, whatever. Like, you have to 2
Oh,
years.
so even if you are married, you actually seal the deal, get married, and then you break up?
Okay, that could be fake news. Maybe it's not marriage, but like, let's say,
Yeah.
you know how
No, that makes sense.
remember
I could
that
see.
couple? They actually did end up getting married. They were cute. The guy's brother was like a football player or something.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. And now they have that
JoJo,
like home renovation show.
Oh,
They're
I did not know
adorable.
that.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me things, Natalie?
Well, I don't even know which channel it's on.
Probably HG.
I just like randomly saw one on accident flipping.
But you know
back
how,
when there was cable boxes.
oh yeah, memories. Remember how they had a really long engagement? Like, like maybe 3-4 years.
Yeah.
If they broke up before the 2-year mark, she would have had to give him the ring back. But 2 years and 1 day, and you get to keep it.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's
fair.
the same on Love is Blind. Another couple, Alexandra and Tim. You haven't gotten to this part yet, but can I tell you something that happens
Which
in
one
an
are they?
upcoming episode? She's the one who's got the
Okay.
nose ring.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically what happens is like they're all hanging out by themselves. Do they have sex? Do they hook up?
Yeah.
What's it like sleeping in the same room with this person? I think they spend like 2 days isolated, just the couple.
Yeah.
And then they have this drinks party at the hotel in Cabo. And that's when people can meet.
Diddy party.
Ish. That's when people will meet someone that like maybe they had a connection with, right? Because who knows? This couple, after this party, this was not captured on film, which, guys, GoPro, like, do better. How are we not capturing certain things? I don't understand that. Anyway, so they get back from the party, and I guess Alexandra was just not in a good space and just really was like shutting down and wanted to be alone. And her and Tim get into this massive fucking fight. and he's not feeling heard. She's covering his mouth with her hand. Like, I don't think she was being aggressive with it. I think like he was just talking more than she could compute, and she put her hand over his mouth. That's what they said, because again, it wasn't on film. He slept in another room, and then we meet them that next morning and they're talking about this. And basically where we leave off is he's like, I walked in here thinking that this was going to be the last conversation we were ever going to have, because I was breaking it off with you, and she really wants to still make things work. And you can tell he still does care for her. So we have no idea what's going to happen with them. I don't think they make it back from this. I think, dude, it's 2 weeks in of knowing this person, and you already feel like your love language wasn't met. You were disrespected. Like, you guys clearly speak different languages. Let it go, ho.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have any feelings on them?
No, because I haven't seen that part.
Okay, speaking of copacetic.
I can't wait till the Ukrainian comes back. I had no idea. I thought we lost him forever.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No one's gone forever. It's Love is Blind. Monica and Steven. They are a very cute couple. He's like a plumber or something like that. And she always would say like, oh, I was always going after guys with these big fancy jobs with titles. And it turns out like, I don't care about that. And that's this couple.
Yeah. He's the one that is like, I thought I was Italian my whole life, but it turns out I'm black.
Yes, totally. I think they're really cute, but I'm worried for them. I don't think they can get there.
I know. He just has a very strong personality. And I think that they're going to clash sooner than later.
Same. Okay. So we've dove into them. And then the last couple up, this is an interesting one. Marissa and Ramses. That's the one with the hair thing.
Ramses is dead to me. Bring Bowden back. That's her guy.
Okay. They have really good sexual chemistry, though, she said.
She didn't try Bowden yet.
She hasn't tried the Ukrainian flavor?
He's so adorable and such a good person. And he's the hottest guy on the whole show.
Your boyfriend's in the room.
On the show. Are you on the show?
Well, that would be.
He goes, you don't know.
He could have been.
I do and I don't.
I do and I don't. It could have. Mike just said, you keep it up and I will be.
I'm telling you, I don't know at this point why anybody would go on The Bachelor, go on Love is Blind. I think you get it all.
I would still go on The Batch. But I hear you. Listen, I'm worried about Ramses, and I think her name's Marissa.
You are?
I'm totally worried about them, even though I want them to succeed, because I think there's something lovely happening there. I just need him to cut that little tiger tail off the side of his head. It's just so distracting.
It's not
Isn't it
good.
distracting to him?
I mean, anytime you've got 2 dongles falling off the side of your head, like I had to take out my cartilage piercing because like I couldn't sleep on it. Like just these, like, and it just looks funny. It's not good.
Wait,
it's not good.
It's not good.
Take those off and like, and then we see you now. Right now, we're just looking at 2 dongles.
Get a nice normal haircut, and I don't mean normal like I get it, let your freak
but
flag
just like
fly.
Stop distracting from like what's probably a perfectly good portrait.
Right, like this was never you could put that dongle flopping off of Brad Pitt, Idris Elba, you name the best looking men that are currently out there right now, put that on them, they're gonna look terrible because no one can pull it off. It looks like shit.
Ever since we like talked about Diddy like doing that what I call the dumb fucking dance, and everyone freaked out on me and told me that that's actually some like Black Shark spiritual dance. Like I don't know if these dongles mean something that like I just don't know about, and I'm really sorry if they like have some like deeper meaning that like I don't understand. So I just want to say that now. Don't come at me, please. I'm still healing.
Let me also just say this. Something can have significance in any culture and still not be cute.
No, totally. I'm just saying like.
But yes.
Yeah, a dance can also not be cute.
Yeah, totally.
FYI.
Yeah. Wait, because we're wrapping up the reality TV portion of this, can I just say one thing about Selling Sunset? And I know no one's watching it. And
is nobody watching it?
I don't think so, because literally they came out with a new season and no one's talking about it. And it's not even on the top 10 on Netflix when I go to top 10.
Okay.
Or maybe it is, but I missed it. But it literally just came out. I know this is not an original thought, okay? I got it. The outfits the entire cast wears, these are the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my entire life, unless like you're shooting an editorial spread or going to the Emmys, or you're going to be on the cover of like Paper magazine.
Yeah, if you're not chair bound, no one's wearing these shoes to tromp around like 25,000 square foot houses.
There was a girl who showed, and I get that like they're doing it for the show. There was a girl who showed up literally with like underwear on and a blazer.
Yeah.
I don't need your labia hanging out while you're pointing out a French drain at this $6 million house. Or even if it's like you have something, it's a belt that you're trying to pass off as a skirt.
Yeah.
Like your nipples are basically like, it's just imagine the most minimal cover on a nipple that you could have.
Yeah.
That's what these chicks are going to a broker's open in.
No real realtor is wearing that. And
Correct.
they do that a little bit on $1 Million Listing. But then like even just this year, Tracy, my fave, came out and was like, I just realized, 20 years in, if I'm at a construction site, wear combat boots.
Yes.
Thank you. It took you a while to get there,
but you got there.
You got there, and now I'm comfortable watching you. Now I believe you.
In The Office, in the episode that I was watching last night, this one girl, Chriselle, she's like one of the main head chicks, goes to take a picture of two other girls. They're all sitting at desks. Okay, these aren't cockamamie movements that we're asking out of people. She raised her arms just a wee bit to take a picture. Tits totally out.
Yeah.
Because her shirt was so short that when she raised her arm just a skosh, it's tits everywhere.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not prude. It's not that I think that nobody should wear these outfits. Yeah, shake them if you got them, wear them. It's a ridiculous additive to this show because it's so you're taking a show that's so unrealistic. We're like, are any of you actually practicing real estate? And then you add into the fact that like everyone is 4 pounds soaking wet and coming to work nude.
Yeah.
Like I just get a little,
Yeah.
I just think the cat's also blocking my shot. Yeah. Foof. Fuck you. I'm kidding. I'm an animal lover. I have 4 cats and I only rescue. Oh, here. Hey, Foof. Yeah, bitch. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay, wait. Do we have anything else? So that's my spiel on Selling Sunset. Like, also, I've always wondered what it's like to be that tiny. And don't get me wrong. I love my body. I'm healthy. I'm fit. All these things. And I'm grateful for all of it. But the girls on this show are the mic stand. They're like half a human.
Yeah.
Like, what is it like to be a mic stand?
They probably go, I have no butt. I have no butt.
No, they do. These broads have banging bods.
But they're so then they're just like really skinny. They're not like,
really
I thought you meant
thin.
like they were just like
But
pencil
like,
up and down. Like
no. Like
okay.
there's tits, ass everywhere. I could lose 30 pounds and I still would never be a tiny human.
Yeah,
and I just wonder what's it like to be mini.
A spinner.
Yeah, that is not in my future unless you want to like demo your bedroom. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses.
That's hilarious.
Anyway.
I don't think I have anything else for reality.
Why don't we save your conspiracy for next week when it's fully baked? Or do you want to tell me a little bit about it?